Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamerspro Show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a first perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a pretty interesting show for you guys today that we definitely want you guys to stick around for. But please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's get into this topic here. We are currently living in the most disrespectful era of all time. The level of disrespect that you just see out there in the world today is absolutely incredible, especially coming from younger people to, older people in their early 20s, late 20s, 30s, disrespecting people that are, older than them, to me is quite alarming, right? And we see this manifest itself in various ways. And one of the places we see it happening is within the NBA community. And one of the people that has been called out for this type of behavior is JJ Redick, a guy I supported a lot when he first came into the sports media world, but then he just became very, very player-centric, defending players a lot. And I'm like, okay, whatever. He got into a spat with NBA legend Bob Cousy, top 75 player of all time, Bob Cousy, when he called players in the past, called them a bunch of firemen and plumbers. They came at him and they basically checked him like, yo, who are you to be talking about us? Like, who is this guy to be talking about us, right? We see it from other people like Gilbert Arenas. He's another one, super disrespectful, disrespecting players of the past. Recently saw him talking about them, calling them a bunch of drunkards. Like, super, super, super disrespectful. One of the things that JJ Redick got into trouble with was recently he was talking crazy about one of the greatest players of all time in Larry Bird on ESPN. And that's why one of the reasons you see him and Mad Dog Russo always go back and forth. And Mad Dog Russo at one point told him, like, I was covering the game when you weren't even born yet, right? Like, so they went back and forth. But recently I came across a clip here from Sirius XM, and they were speaking at Sirius XM NBA radio, and they were speaking to another NBA legend in Dominique Wilkins, and they were asking him to comment on some of the things that JJ Redick had to say about Larry Bird, and he absolutely went off, and he did not hold, he didn't pull a single punch. So what we want to do is we want to play his comments for you now, and then we're going to come back and react to what he had to say. Take a listen to what he had to say there.
Was a debate on ESPN with a former player in JJ Redick just recently, and they were debating Bird and Curry. And one of the things they said is like that Redick said is that Curry has faced more physicality. We called him out on.
Let me say something.
Yeah.
First of all, Redick don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm gonna say it right.
I agree.
He don't know what the hell he's talking about. I'm like, what basketball was you watching? To say something as idiotic as that is ridiculous. The physicality that was a part of the league. Hey, look. When you can put your hand on a guy's hip and make him go a certain way, if you can put that elbow in his chest to slow him up, which we call slowing a guy up when you coming down the lane, so how many guys can deal with that type of pressure? And for JJ Redick, who've played this game, I'm very disappointed that he has said something so stupid. This is the thing I'm having a problem with. Bird, who's a big guy, who got bumped all the time. We played around the basket more than guards played around the basket. So I don't understand the logic for him saying that.
Yeah.
When clearly those big guys, even to the big guys today, they get touched a little bit more than little guys because they're around the basket. So it just don't make sense when this is the thing I hate the most. We had our time. It was a great time. It's their time now.
Yes.
But don't crap on us to prove your point.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't make sense and it's not valid.
Yeah.
But the same thing, they look at Sam and myself, the old guys hating.
No,
hating on what? I don't hate on these guys.
You're responding right now.
Yeah.
You're not.
I don't hate on these guys. These guys are great.
Yeah.
I just don't like the disrespect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to say that about Larry Bird, it was less physical. Is he stupid?
Back MVP.
It's just a stupid comment to make. I mean, it ain't got nothing to do with Steph Curry or Larry.
Yeah.
It's the content.
Exactly. We just broke down the end result.
It doesn't make sense. And he should know better than that.
Yeah.
And I don't care what he feel about me, what his response might be. But when I hear that, and I'm like, you really don't know, do you?
It has gotten to this, right? I think what a lot of players today like to do to prop themselves up is to disrespect players from the past. And a lot of guys are so sensitive. Like, yo, I gotta say it. What is up with all of these emotions, man? Why are some of you guys so sensitive? What is up with all of these emotions? What is it? Why are you guys so emotional and so sensitive. And the reason I'm asking this is because your emotions and your high level of sensitivity is causing you guys to say crazy things. I just heard Draymond Green say the only person his resume can stack up against, or person's resume they can stack up against his, is LeBron. Like, yo, what? What? Your resume can't even stack up to Stephen Curry, who's your own teammate. You're talking about like the things you hear people say. I just recently listening to Gilbert Arenas calling players from the past a bunch of drunkards. Like, yo, what is wrong with some of you dudes, man? Who raised some of you guys? Like, it goes to with the TK Kirkland line. Like, who raised y'all? Y'all think y'all are saying something by disrespecting the greats. You don't realize it says more about you that you're a disrespectful individual than it does the greats. Who raised you cats, man? Who do y'all respect? Why are you talking? And you know what? I got to say this as well. Why is it only the NBA where you have players disrespecting Formula? I don't be seeing that in other sports. I'm a huge Formula One fan. I never see them do that in Formula One. Guys in the past, they're always paying homage to them and respect to them. But dudes in the NBA always talking greasy about the dudes that came before. Why? Why is it the fashionable thing to be disrespectful as hell? Why? It's like the only way y'all can win your argument is to disrespect guys, number one. And number two, to say that this league is more physical, it is laughable. We watch basketball, cuzzo. We watch the games. Are you freaking kidding me? Did you see the All-Star game? It represents the mentality of the game today. What are you talking about? If you sneeze on dudes, they're going to blow the whistle. What are you really talking about? What are you really talking about? Physical? Who? Where? What are you talking about? The most physical aspect of any game is his defense. They don't play no defense in the NBA today. They play no defense. You can't touch guys out there. You watch NBA when they can hand check you and all. Have you watched that? As he said, when you come across the lane and they hit you with an elbow to the chest. Have you seen that before? Like, what are we talking about? And my question is, why is it that y'all resort to insults and diminishing these cats like they're nobodies? He couldn't play in this league today. Are you? I'm gonna tell you somebody from the past. Kobe Bryant. If Kobe Bryant played in the NBA today, he's averaging 40. He's averaging 40 points a game if Kobe played in the NBA today, because you would not be allowed to touch him, and he would roast the entire NBA, the entire league. Jordan played today. He's averaging 40 plus. If he averaged 37 in the 80s, he's getting buckets in this era. Dudes don't play defense. But it's a bad look that you have modern day players disrespecting players of the past. It is a very, very bad look. Especially when you have less accomplished players talking crazy about players. It is a very, very bad look. You should respect your elders, bro. I don't know who raised these new cats. It is a terrible look. These are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, leave your thoughts in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.